Hey there, it's Madison from Seattle Coffee Gear, and I just wanted to say thank you for picking up a Breville Precision Brewer, the Tribute Edition. This is one of our favorite brewers in the office, and I think that you're really going to enjoy using it. And so I just want to show you a couple of things to make sure that you're set up and ready to go. So you can see, if you take a look at the screen here, that it's saying hardness, or it might say set hardness. That's what you're going to see first when you power on the machine, and that means that it's ready for you to tell it how hard your water is. So you're going to want to take the test strips that come with the machine, dip it into your water, and then wait a minute so that you can read how many squares are on that test strip, and how many squares are on the test strip is going to correspond to what number you set the water hardness here. So let's take a look. Now I don't have a test strip on me, but I know here in Seattle the water is pretty soft, so I'm going to set it towards the bottom of the threshold here. So we'll just press the select button, and then we can. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to set ours down at 2 because it's pretty soft. So there we go. We'll set. Now I do want to also let you know too, it's a really good idea, probably even before you set your water hardness, to remove things like the basket here, remove the carafe, pull the cone basket out of the brew basket here, and give those things a good wash. Even just by hand with soapy water in the sink. It's just a good idea to make sure any manufacturing debris is clean and taken care of. So make sure you're cleaning before you go too much further. So we've set our water hardness. You can see now it says flush. Now the manual is a little bit misleading in my opinion. It says to fill it up to the max line and then go ahead and flush. But if you notice here, there are multiple max lines. You're going to want to fill the water up to the 40-ounce max line for that first flush. So that's what I've done. Water up to the 40-ounce mark. It says flush, we're ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and flush this for the first time. Now this first flush should take about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes or so. So we'll just let it do its thing. So I guess while it's flushing, I'll mention a couple more things about the brewer. You know, the Tribute Edition is really special because it comes with a pour-over adapter. And so it's also important to note that it doesn't come with the pour-over dripper itself. So if you don't have a V60 or a Kalita Wave dripper at your house already, you would need to pick one up in addition. But it does come with this adapter, which is really cool. Super easy to use. Get this piece here, and then you have the shower screen. And what you would do is you would use this piece, remove this large brew basket, and put this piece there. And this piece here is what your pour-over dripper is going to be sitting on. And it'll drip right through. It's really impressive. I've brewed with it with the V60, and I really like the pour over it makes. There's a lot of customizable settings in here, so you can control things like bloom, flow rate, it's great. It's really fun to use. So a lot of experimentation you can do with this machine. So, but keep in mind, you're going to need to pick up a pour over dripper if you don't have one. All right, so that is the first flush. It's all done. That's great. Breville does recommend that you flush one more time, and you do that on the fast setting. So if you take a look, we'll wake up this brewer. You see here you have a few settings. You have fast, gold, strong, over ice. You have your My Brew settings, so you can do your customizable settings just the way you like. Cold brew, and then your settings menu too. I'm gonna skip flushing it a second time just because I've flushed this machine a few times today, so I think it's okay. But you would do so by selecting fast here and then hitting start. So it's always good to just follow the manual. It says flush it twice, flush it twice. So the next thing that I would recommend doing during setup is to set the clock. You know, let's keep this thing, let's keep it accurate. So we'll scroll down to settings. Go ahead, and this is a nice knob. Just give it a click. Click. And then find your set clock. And then the time will start to flash here. And here in Seattle, it is 1:40. So we'll just scroll to the right till we get to 1:40. And there we go. Just as easy as that. Another thing that you might want to think about doing too when you're setting up this machine is there is the sound button. And personally, I'm not a huge fan of beeps, so I like to turn the sound off. So you can do that just by clicking on sound. And then you can go from low down to off or up to high. It's pretty loud, so I like to keep it off. One more thing while we're here in the settings, this machine is super versatile. So you can brew with a large flat bottom basket. So you could use like a gold tone flat bottom basket, or any large 8 to 12 cup paper filters. But if you do that, you know, if you want to switch between cone and that flat bottom filter, you will have to select that here in the settings. So we'll go to filter type. You can just use that scroll wheel, go down to filter type, click into it here. Oh, there we go. You'll see that arrows flashing, and select either cone or basket. I've got the cone in there now, so we're going to leave it a cone. And there you go, my friends. You got your clock set. This machine's flushed and ready to go. So now it's time to just brew some coffee. I want to thank you again so much for picking up a machine. I think you're really going to like it, and thanks for watching this video. Hope you have a great rest of your day.